Good morning everyone. My name is Arslan and you are watching Proper Tech Tutorial. So welcome back to the series of learning siemensnx from beginner to pro, and today we will be starting the last basic assembly constraint part, that is part 4 or part 33 out of 38. So without any further delay, let's start. I'll just show you the syllabus for your reference, and you can see that it has the following content, that is fit, bond and center. So I'll just do what? In order to explain you fit, bond and center, I'll add some more components, such as I will add the connecting pin D40. I will add not 4, only 1. I will use the option of snap. I will place it over here. Why is it not getting snapped? Now it is getting snapped. I don't understand. Sometimes that happens. I'll click on apply. After that, what we'll do is that we'll use the option of, what was that, fit constraint, bond and center constraint. Okay, so we'll use it one by one. So center constraint, let us use that. So center constraint is okay. So fit constraint we'll use this circle and this circle because both of them have the same radii. So fit constraints allow us to fit any of the two circular objects that have the same radii with one another. Okay, and I will just click on apply and I will show you the degrees of freedom. I'll click over here and you can see that the component can be moved in only this direction. As you see that shades are getting changed, and in this direction. It will not rotate in this direction, it will not rotate in this direction, it will not go in any of the other two linear translational motions. After that, what you can do is that you will just take the fit section and bond. Okay, so bond will allow you to keep this particular thing as okay. I'll again use the fit section, and what I will do, I'll keep this, and no, that will not help, that will not solve the problem. I'll use the concentric constraint because I have no other option left. I will use this. The concentric constraint allows the two components having circular parts get concentric or get the same center, arc center with each other. And now you see that the fixed pin has now moved to a particular location. If I show you the degrees of freedom now, you will see that it has only one degree of freedom, that is rotational. So what I will do is that I'll just use the assembly constraint of bond, and the bond will here bond with this and then create constraint, and I will click on apply. So now what you will see is that since this part is already fixed and I have used the bond constraint in order to restrict its rotation, I have done that. So what I can do is that I can just delete this concentric and fixed constraints, and now it is all okay. If you want to see the degrees of freedom, you can just click over here and you can see that it is getting the degree of freedom like, okay, is it having still the same degrees of freedom? No, it is not having, because you see the pop-up dialog box has opened that it is a fixed component. Are you sure you want to wish that component? Now you can use the tool of fit constraint again and again as much as you want. So some things are like somewhat having the same effect, like infer align, infer center axis or infer align is having the same thing, or infer center infer axis is having the same as that of the align, is having the same as that of the concentric, is having the same as that of the fit, so the and is having the same as that of the align lock. So these may produce some similar results, and these are made with different scope of or different purpose in mind, but some cases they might produce same results. Coming to the bond constraint, which we have already dealt. So bond constraint allows the user to bond that particular component with another component and make it like a fixed component with respect to that component. For example, I have a component that is moving and I want to keep certain thing that is permanent or fixed on that part. So I will use the bond constraint and it will get fixed. Even though that particular part may be moving, but the part which I want to make it fixed on that will be done using bond. So bond is a special type of, or you can say that fixed constraint. The constraint over here, fixed, is a special case of bond constraint. That in bond constraint, we constrain the part with respect to another part or the graphics window, etc. But in fixed constraint, the part is bonded or fixed with respect to another part that is also itself fixed. That is a fixed constraint, you can say in other words, like it might not match the exact definition, but if you want to understand that. Now, coming to the center constraint. So what is the use of center constraint? What I'll do is that I'll just minimize this and I'll go to the model. I'll create a sketch. Okay, I will create a sketch on a plane. I will select this and I will select the origin point to be somewhat different. I want it to be like in x-axis to be like 100. Let us see where it goes. Oh, I want it to be like 200. Let us keep it 200. So I will keep it 200. I will click on OK and I will click on OK and my sketch is now ready. Just delete that, pretending I did not see that. I'll open the sketch environment. I will click this plane over here. I will specify the origin point to be somewhat like using the that, edge that. I'm feeling very sleepy now, but still I have to continue to still I have to make this video. I have to make this series complete. Now, okay, yeah, now it is okay. Sorry for that. Now, what we'll do is that I'll just create a rectangle. Okay, I'll close that. I'll just finish that, and I'll just extrude that. And after extruding, I will just extrude it somewhat like this. I will click on apply, and then what I will do, I will go to the resource, the assembly navigator. I'll go to the assembly, new component, this part. I will make it known as to void and I will click on OK. So you see that this part has been created. Next, what I will do, I will click again the part navigator. I will go to the sketch in task environment. And one thing that needs to be shown is that I will go to the move component. I will click over here, specify orientation, and you see that the extruded part can be moved anywhere. You understand that it can be moved anywhere. So it is not fixed as of now. I'll go to the part navigator again. I will create another part. Let's say I'll create the part in this sketch environment, I think, or I'll create another sketch environment. Let's do that. That will be much better. I'll create a sketch. I will sketch on a plane, sketch on a plane, and that is that. I've selected this plane. The origin point, I will select it to be as this. I will click on OK. After that, I will create a circle, and that circle I will finish that. I will revolve that, revolving around the circle. Okay. Vector has been specified, the point has been specified, and now it creates a sphere. And after that, I will go to the assembly navigator. I will go to assembly ribbon tab, new component, and now it will be a sphere. Now, okay. After that, what I will do, I will go to the part navigator again. Or what I can do, I just add the component. I can do. Okay. Okay. Joke aside, I am feeling sleepy. That is why I am doing such things so that I can just like ward off my sleep in any way possible. Okay. Now coming to the part, you will see that this part has been created, this part has been created, and the topic which needs to be understood, that is the last basic assembly constraint, that is center constraint. So what we'll do is that I'll just take this part. Okay, I'll add a copy of that. I can either copy or paste it, or I can just go to the original method of selecting this part, specifying. I will specify it over here, and I will click on apply, and then cancel. So I have now two parts. Now what I can do is that I will just specify some constraints for like having certain things in order. I will specify the align. I will use this line and use not good man. I will specify this line and I will specify this line and not good, not good. I am not feeling good at all. I will click on align. I will click over here. I will click over here, and you see that it has gotten aligned. I will click on apply. After that, what I will do is that I will just click on move component, specify orientation. I will just move it like this. Click on apply, cancel. After that, I will go on assembly constraints again. And what I will do is that I will click on align off. Okay, let us see what are the things that needs to be done. Still, I can move it like this. Okay, I can move it like this. Okay, okay. So the thing that needs to be done is now understood. Assembly constraint, again the align part. I will do this. I will do this. I'll click on apply. After that, what we can see is that degrees of freedom, this part, and you see that it has the degrees of freedom in the oh, okay, 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 because it is not fixed in any place. Okay, no problem. What I will do is that I will just take this face, or what I can do is that I will just align this face with this face, and what I will do, I will just align this face with this face, and what I will do is that I will just click on apply, and now it must be somewhat okay, and after that I will click on degrees of freedom. I will see what are the other things that are still not in position. Okay, now only the translational motion remains of this particular part. Now what I will do is that I'll just click on assembly constraint, and the existing distance that is present over here, I will use the distance method. I will specify the distance between this face and this face, and this is currently 128. I will make it 75, and I will click on apply, and you can see that now it is okay. I'll go to the part navigator. I'll hide the sketch. I'll hide the sketch. Go back to the assembly navigator. Now what I will do is that I'll just yeah, I'll just see if there are any degrees of freedom still remaining. So this can be moved in this direction. Okay, no problem. I'll use the assembly constraint again, and what I will do is that I will just keep it at a distance between this face and with this face, and that will be somewhat like 100, let's say, and I will click on apply, and then I will click on cancel. So as of now, if you see that the degrees of freedom for this are none, the degrees of freedom for this are none. This both of them have been totally constrained. The only thing that remains is model 2. So what I'll do is that I'll go to the assembly constraint. I'll click on the center constraint. I will click on the object like geometry to constraint and use geometry and subtype 1 of 2, 2 of 1, 2 to 1. Okay, I will select this and I will select this, and now you will see that this sphere has come in between of this particular part. So if you want, like, you can check that. So now this is the use of you understand the use of the center of particular section, and that is that. And assembly constraints, the basic part has been totally completed. The angle part remains only, and that allows us to specify an angle. Like for example, select two objects, you can specify an angle like for this object or something like that. So that is not very frequently used, just like the distance, the angle is used. So I hope you can do that on your own. In the next video, we'll be starting with the part of advanced assembly constraints, part 1 and part 2, and then remember assembly constraints, pattern in assembly, and then exploded view. So till the next time we meet, I bid you farewell. Goodbye.